you know I'm true? Well, darling, I love you. Oh, yeah. For better or for worse. So close your eyes. Don't you know I'm true? Darling, I love you. For better or for worse. Yeah, yeah. I love you. I need you. I love you. Say that you'll be mine.
Gugulethu is a township just 15 kilometers from Cape Town, South Africa, and often portrayed as a place of high crime, violence, and widespread poverty. Gugulethu ironically can be found on the tourism schedule and has a high volume of international travelers eager to experience local cuisine at the world-famous Mzoli's meat restaurant or take in the culture of one of its many vibrant jazz lounges. This is the township that musician YONELISA spent much of his childhood.
My name is YONELISA WAMBI. I was born 1992, 5th of December, in a place called Gugulethu. Gugulethu is a township in Cape Town. It's in the Cape Flats. It's a place when I was growing up, it was filled with gangsterism. So because Gugulethu is like a township. So townships are a place where black people really were dumped, kicked out of nice places, areas like Camps Bay, Sea Point, whatever. And then they were put there to stay there. And it was like minimum housing. I don't know how to explain it, but like not really big houses or whatever, but it's a place where you find joy, find pain, and find a hell or a lot of other things. But yet, me growing up in Gugulethu, it was a key point in my life that shaped me to be who I am, because in Gugulethu I found a school called Indonga Music School, which is a jazz school that a great artist named Poki Klaas, who's a bass guitarist, was playing with Mike Perry, and they were doing the struggle music, like apartheid, talking about apartheid and the effects that it had on the people. And me finding them in that place, it was like I found my sanity, because it was like an escape place where I can go every day and learn music and got taught how to behave and act as a musician. Even though sometimes, I mean, they were not the greatest of examples in the school, but they groomed us and shaped us to be artists and never to give up on our craft.
Like many other residents of the Cape's township settlements, he was raised alone by his mother in a shack made from corrugated steel sheets and plywood, more oftenly referred to as a shanty. His mother grew up during the apartheid regime, a political and social system in South Africa that enforced segregation and racial discrimination against people of colour. The streets of Gugulethu were harsh and dangerous during these times, and the well-known saying "dreams to die" was born from the lack of government support or assistance with infrastructure.
And there I met a lot of other young artists like myself, but along the way, I mean, some others fell off, some others got involved with gangsterism, some others got involved with drugs, some others got involved with certain other things. And Gugulethu is a place, if you don't have direction, you can get lost in between the whole confusion that goes on there, because in townships there's not much going for the youth, so it's up to yourself whether you are going to be a statistic or you're going to go and do something different. So Gugulethu is a place really where if you are really driven, you can make something out of yourself. But if you're someone who has lack of a backbone and direction, you can end up being in the wrong crowd, doing certain things, even dying, because it's Gugulethu, it's Menenberg, it's Heiderveld, it's Nyanga, it's KTC. It's all surrounding this one place, and all these places are known to be not that pleasant of places to live in.
Even still today, many fall by the wayside or become involved in crime. Life expectancy in these micro-cities is among the lowest in the world. But this was not the destiny of YONELISA Wambi, who is more fondly known by residents as the Guitar Boy. YONELISA found his passion for music at an early age.
I'm gonna be a star one day, you're gonna see me on TV, yeah. I'm gonna shine bright down the dawn of my horizons. Watch out, here I come, I'm a shooting star, it's time, oh.
And from the first time he picked up a guitar, he felt a deep connection that continues to shine through in his Afro soul and R&B fusion style music. We have been closely following YONELISA's journey, an inspirational story of a young boy who grew up on the mean streets of Gugulethu, but refused to accept his predefined destiny.
Music in where I come from is looked as why you choose music. There's no career in music. There's no way you can make it. There's no way you can earn money because musicians die broke. It was seen as something that, no, you can't do that. You have to be a doctor. You have to have something that has more credibility and has would bring an income and help the family, instead of you pursuing a passion or something that is different from other people with what they do. So I didn't have really someone that I looked up to in my community, yet I always found in books and in TV people that I looked up to. And back then, someone I really was intrigued by was Asher, because I was like, wow, this guy can dance, can sing, can do all these things, and I want to be like that. I want to be an entertainer. I want to go out and do what he does, fill up stadiums and do that. So I rooted myself in R&B and soul music and blues, jazz. And I found myself in a place where I was like, okay, cool, I'm able to do this.
YONELISA refused to give up. YONELISA believed in his dreams. He made a name for himself as a street performer, busking in the city for tourists.
The sky's the limit for me. I don't want to limit myself anymore. I used to have restrictions to tell myself that I can only go this far. I can't do that. My sound is not good enough for these people or whatnot. But now I want to incorporate everything that I've learned these years with my music and make better quality music, actually, because I found that I was relaxed. I was complacent in terms of my sound and my skill as a musician. So now I want to learn more and also be better than what I used to be, or be better than what people heard of me before.
Fantastic. So how would you describe your music?
My music is soul music. So I incorporate, it's soul. The reason I say soul, because it really comes from my soul. And it's a mixture of jazz, blues, hip hop, modern, contemporary. I add a bit of rock as well there. I don't have like a boxed genre that I say, okay, cool, I am this. But I always want to be versatile, to do all that I can and all that I'm able to do in my music, so that people don't get bored while listening to my album and say, oh, but he's a blues singer, or he's a jazz singer, or we can't listen to him. I want to be relevant to the culture and also be someone who sparks inspiration to other people and other artists. So that's what I describe my music as, something that inspires.
Can you hear me? I'm looking for that real love. I'm looking for that symphony, that melody. It makes me weak to my knees. Now can you hear me? I'm looking for that real love. I'm looking for that symphony, that melody. Yeah, makes me weak to my knees. to my knees. Makes me weak to my knees. Now I confess I'm impressed, girl, you different from the rest. I go like you should have been a princess. Every princess deserves a prince charming. Don't fight the feeling, baby, let me be yours. Yeah, don't let me be yours, child. Yeah. Now can you hear me? I'm looking for that real love, looking for that symphony, that melody that makes me weak to my knees. Yeah. Now can you hear me? I'm looking for that real love. I'm looking for that symphony, that melody that makes me weak to my knees, babe.
My name is Lutando and my surname is Feni. I'm from Gugulethu Township, where we started our art. I met YONELISA in 2016. We used to do jam sessions at a shack called Brown Shelter. Normally, Rastas hang out there and we go and exchange music together. So that's where we started. That was in 2016.
I'm Felix Chuguda Kisyu. I'm from Tanzania. One place they call Arusha. So one day I was walking in a long street. I'm in a Green Market Square. I met YONELISA. And because these guys, they wanted us to make a band. Then I talked to him and we started friends from there.
And from there, we decided that we need to fundraise for ourselves in order to grow ourselves in the music industry. So we decided okay, let's try town and see what can happen there. So we started doing this thing called busking. Basically, busking, it's showcasing yourselves to any people who are coming around, such as tourists. We just put our basket there, or any thing that we have to put money in. So we started there for 2 years in a row, and then people started to approach us. So we did small shows around Cape Town, Long Street, as well as Baytekan Street, small cafes and bars. And then we started working together.
So I started to bask. After I left the job, we left the house. And I used to bask with YONELISA here in the Company Gardens.
So my name is Rachel and I'm from Surrey in England. My first visit to South Africa was to the north of the country, and I did quite a lot of wildlife. And then through meeting some people at the volunteer organisation there, we travelled around South Africa and came to Cape Town. And I think it was the views, the nature, but also the people. The people are so friendly and kind here that you really feel accepted in a way. So I wanted to come back and learn more about the people and lifestyle here and how it works.
I met my wife. I was playing in an open street. It was like sort of like a festival, streetopia, where people, different acts come and showcase their talent. So we were playing there with a group of friends, busking, and she just came and sat with us, and she never left since.
So I hadn't been based in Cape Town for a long time before I met YONELISA. I was only just decided to stay long term and to try and work something out this side. So I was still quite new, and I was looking for new people to hang out with, and I saw him and some friends busking on the street in Cape Town City.
And in 2018, he met his girl, Rachel.
This is where he met his future wife, Rachel. This defining moment was a turning point in his life that would take YONELISA on a voyage from club entertainer to professional recording artist.
We became friends, and she's a lovely person. She's very supportive of my music. She's always been there for me. She's been shooting some videos for me too. She's been like a pillar of strength, and my child has also gave me another perception of life that I didn't think I had, because growing up I didn't have a father figure. Growing up I didn't have
As a friend, I watched him and spent time with him, and it was through his generosity and giving to other people, just people on the street, how nice he was. He was friendly to anyone and everyone.
YONELISA is a good guy, humble guy. He liked to talk to many people, and that's why I used to tell YONELISA, I wish I would be like you, because to be humble is very tough. Sometimes the people, they're rude, but YONELISA always have patience. So the guy who got YONELISA, I don't know her name. I know, but I'm making a joke. She's lucky.
So I met him just by luck, really. And then it was just by watching, because it wasn't like love at first sight. We didn't realize that we were meant to be for each other. If anything, we just had an instant like friendship connection, and that was very strong. We kind of understood each other, we had respect for each other, and we could appreciate who we were as individuals without having the need to change each other.
So tell me a bit more about your wife. Your wife's from the UK.
Yes.
How did your parents feel when you brought a white girl home?
My mom was very happy. She was really supportive of me. But of course, you know how family is, especially in my community. There'll be backlashes. And the way they view her sometimes is not always the greatest of light, because when they see her, they see money. But it's been positive. It's been supportive. Well, my mom has been very supportive, and my aunt, who's currently in the UK herself.
A year in our relationship, we moved to Gugulethu and stayed there for a little while. And it was nice. I really enjoyed it. And I know that YONELISA's experience was different because I don't speak his language, and a lot of people in the township speak the same language as him. So I know a lot of things were said perhaps about us that he doesn't want to tell me to upset me. But his family in his home were so welcoming and treated me so nicely, always making me tea and nice things. Even if they didn't have much, they would still make sure that I felt at home. And that was really beautiful. I really am so grateful for that.
So now he moved from the township to the city. I mean, mother city, can you imagine, like from nothing to something, out of hustle. So that's like a grace from God. And now YONELISA is staying in the city in Observatory, and he's getting much support from his wife, Rachel, and he's doing good music. He's a good vocalist. I mean, like locally, everyone knows YONELISA WAMBI.
Angels cry, tending your loves easily loud. Do stars fall down? Tell me why, my love. Now tell me when, my dear. Where did we go wrong? We used to be so strong. We could have had it all. But you went, my love. You broke my heart again. Now I'm singing why. No, why do angels cry? Turning out easily loud. Why do stars fall down?
Yeah, well, when I didn't really expect to be a father, to be honest. And when I found out she was pregnant, I really panicked because I wasn't stable financially.
Falling pregnant was a massive shock. We didn't know what to do.
I mean, we worked things through. We became more matured because of the child. We became more grounded. We stopped fighting, because we used to fight a lot. I used to pick on each other a lot. But initially, he's brought joy. He's brought some sort of calmness for the both of us.
My parents are the biggest support that we have in our lives.
YONELISA's mission is to take his music internationally and showcase that South African artists have a place on the world stage.
I want to go to the UK. I want to break. The reason why I want to go to the UK is my sound. I feel like it would sell there, and also not just the UK, just Europe as a whole, and America, of course. But Europe, because I've had a lot of good feedback from people from Europe when they come here to South Africa, tourists, and they listen to my music. They say, "Wow, I've heard the song before, but we've never heard it being sang like this." Or we've heard someone has a similar tone to your voice, but not exactly like the way you do it. So the uniqueness that I bring, that's what I want to actually dwell on.
Fantastic.
I think even though he's come so far really from such little things in his life, and he's come so far, I still see it as only a little segment of how far he has yet to go. I can see he has the ambition in him, the passion to become anything that he really can achieve, and I fully believe and fully support in him, and I know that he can grow and go so much further in life.
Fantastic. So your new album, your new debut album, which will be out soon,
Yeah.
who are you dedicating it to?
I'm dedicating it to people who have been supporting me from the beginning, from when I had nothing and until now that I'm somewhere.
So the fans.
The fans. Also, more importantly, friends and family, because they've been, looking forward to this, for me to drop something, for me to do something with this talent that I have. And now that I'm doing it, I dedicate it to them.
So if you could describe your journey in just a few words, how would you describe it?
It's been a hell of a ride. I mean, there were times where I felt like I wanted to give up. Times where I even slept on the street because of music, because I didn't have even money to go back home. There were times where I went to my house and I saw everyone just like we were all hungry, we had nothing to eat. But there were moments where were joyous. Breakthrough when I saw myself on TV, when I saw myself in newspapers, and when I started getting money because of music. And when I started doing it because of the love and the passion that I had, it changed the person who I was. I became a joyful, happy individual instead of the sad, depressed person that previously I was. And because of that, I started doing some stuff, being addicted to some heavy stuff, drinking a lot, partying. But I can say now I'm grateful for all the things that I've gone through, because he has taught me that nothing lasts forever.
I feel like ngaphandle kwakho nawe uyazithandwa sami ngoba uthesa ngithanda ucela ngimnye